I'm so nervous right now. I kind of feel like I'm gonna throw up. But hello, hi. Then I'll just dive right in to this announcement of changes that I'm making in my business and why I think it's really important that I'm going to share this with you guys. Okay, even though I'm like I honestly can't even believe I'm doing this right now. I told myself I was not going to do this. I was just going to avoid it and just move on without addressing it. But then I realized that that would not be very authentic of me, and that would not be very transparent. And that's a very big value that I have in myself and my business, is to be vulnerable and transparent and authentic with you guys, especially those of you who've been following me and with me on this journey for a really long time, to know what's going on, right? Because this is part of the process of growth. Okay. So here's what's going on, you guys. For the past, this whole year, I would say, 2018 has been, or 2018 was a transitional year as well, but 2019, if you've been following me, you'll know that I've been going through a ton of changes in my life and in my business. So to give you a little bit of background, my husband and I, we bought our first house. And we didn't just buy a house, we bought it in the mountains, 2.5 hours away from San Diego, where we know no one. And all of our family lives in Iowa in the Midwest. We moved up here, and then a few months later, my husband quit his job and launched his own business. So we both became entrepreneurs. Just, minor changes, little changes in life. And then this August and September, I went on this tour, which a lot of you might have seen, right? And all of this year, this feeling has really been building up in me that something wasn't right in the way that I was running my business. It just started to feel like I was starting to wake up every day and feeling like this pit in my stomach of what it is that I had to do, of numbers that I had to hit, of things I needed to do. And I would find myself dreaming about the things that I really wanted to do and really wanted to focus on. And Michael and I, my husband, we have so many projects of things that we're going to be starting to do together in the pipeline that we're just so excited about and want to get going on. But I found myself feeling like I was really holding back from doing those things because I was really focused on building my network marketing business with doTERRA, okay? Now, I started my business, Zen Babe, about 5 years ago. And it's evolved a lot, as it just evolves with me, because it's essentially me, and I'm growing, and I'm sharing everything along the way with you guys. We're on this journey together. And I introduced doTERRA, the essential oils, into my business a couple of years ago. And at the time, it felt really authentic. It felt really, really aligned to me, and it was something that was really fun. And it has now gotten to the point where it's just no longer fun for me, and it no longer feels aligned. And in the last couple of months, I've really had to get really honest with myself about what it is that I desire to feel in my business, what it is I am meant to do, who I am and why I'm really here, and what are the things that I really, really want to work on. And I found myself feeling like my heart is pulling me towards these things that I want to do in my business: host my retreats up here, open up my private coaching package, focus on my courses, host more workshops, do more speaking gigs, these incredible projects that I have with Michael in the pipeline, launch my own product line, all of these things that I really, really want to do. My heart's been pulling me there, but my head's been saying, no, you have committed to this goal in doTERRA that you need to hit, and you need to stay there until you get there, right? And then finally, I woke up and I was like, one day, probably about 6 weeks ago, I woke up and I was like, you know what, Alisha, you have options. You are allowed to change your mind, and it's okay for you to let things go so that you can create the space to allow the things that you desire really in. So the real announcement, this is kind of like the announcement before the next things that I'm going to be offering, really the big pivot. But in order to shift into the new, we have to let go of what's no longer in alignment for us and what's no longer serving us anymore. And for me, that is to no longer build my doTERRA business, okay? So this means I'm not going to be running a team or, having my main focus be part of doTERRA anymore. This does not mean that I'm never going to use oils. I'm still using my oils every single day. I have a ton on me right now to calm me down before this video. And I will absolutely still use them in my retreats, right? At my workshops with my clients. It's just not going to be what I'm doing to build as my business anymore. Okay. Now I'm going to be taking care of all of my customers that are still in my community. But as far as what I'm actually doing, this is shifting. So I'm no longer, that person anymore. And this is scary, you guys. This is really, really scary to do because this is something that I had been building up for a while. And this is something that I had in my mind that this is what I was going to do, and until I hit this goal that I wanted to, and then I would allow myself to do the things that I really wanted to do, right? And then I like I said, I realized, well, why am I, if I'm not even enjoying this process anymore as I once was, and why am I putting myself on hold, essentially holding myself back, playing small, from helping people in the way that I really desire to in order to stay the course of what it is I said that I should be doing, right? So this, for me, has been the ultimate lesson in surrendering, in being open to the possibilities and the how, because my vision and my mission hasn't changed. It's just the how, I need to be more open to that. And I was just like, no, the how needs to be through this network marketing business. That needs to be the how, that needs to be the how. But then the second that I'm like, you know what? I can let that go. Even though it seriously, you guys, it felt like a death. It felt like I was completely like letting this part of me die, of this goal and this vision. But at the same time, it was like this rebirth of like, yes, that's what I need to do. I need to learn how to gracefully let go. I need to learn how to surrender and how to know when it's time to move on. And to also know that this is not giving up in any way, and this is not a failure in any way, okay? I am so grateful for all of my time and everything that I've learned with doTERRA. You guys, I have learned so much about business. I love my oils, use them all the time. I've met so many people. I've got to do so many amazing things. Like, the company is incredible. And please don't let me and my decision influence yours and you if you're still building and doing the business yourself, or if whatever aspect that you're in network marketing, if that feels in alignment for you, then please continue to do that. But I want like this to be a message and some inspiration for you to get really honest with yourself, that if something isn't working, or if you feel in your body that this isn't in alignment for you anymore, but you're trying to push through and it's like the passion isn't there anymore, you can't force passion, when you follow your passions and you do more of what it is you genuinely love, you're going to be more fired up to do those things. But if you're waking up every single day and you're feeling like completely drained, you have this pit in your stomach, your heart feels like it's dying, you need to get real with yourself and honest with yourself and make these changes. And that's what I'm doing, okay? Even though it's absolutely terrifying, so terrifying. I'm going to be completely judged by people on both ends. People who think that I should stay in it. People who think that, I should have done this a long time ago. People who don't understand what I'm even talking about. Like, I completely understand that this can be and will be interpreted in many different ways, but the only thing that matters to me is that I'm following my truth and my heart, and I'm being really vulnerable and open and honest with you for explaining and expressing my authentic truth, So allow this for you to be this. Know when to let go. Know when you're holding on. have the courage to let go of something that is no longer serving you, and trust that new beginnings always look like terrible endings, okay? So, I think I said everything about what I wanted to as far as doTERRA. I'm no longer building. I'm very, very, very grateful for everything that I learned. And I wouldn't change it for the world. And I've let my team know, I've let everyone know before I'm making this like very public announcement. Hi, thank you for the love. It's helping me feel better. But now that this is like, I feel like now that I'm sharing this out loud and letting you guys know, I can move on and move forward in the way that feels really, really good and authentic to me and the Zen Babe brand. It's time to spread our wings and really fly and go out on our own. There have been things in the pipeline, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. Like, so many of you guys have been asking me for my own products, like my own skincare products that I've been wanting to do forever. And something like that's going to be coming out. Michael and I have so many awesome projects in the line. I'm going to be opening up and announcing our Zen Babe retreats for 2020. And these are going to be up in the mountains where I now live. Like, this is a dream. This is something that I've always wanted to do. But if I tell myself that I have to wait to do that until later, then it's always in the future and it's never here. And the only way to bring into your reality your dreams is to take action as if it's here now. And you, a lot of times, need to let go to create space for that. And that's what I'm doing. And it's scary. So yes, so like I said, this is the announcement before the announcement. There's so many incredible things coming, you guys. It's a really, really bittersweet announcement for me. Again, I completely honor all of you who, if you're watching and you're in doTERRA and you're building doTERRA and that's your truth, you go girl or boy, do it. Please do it. It's for you. If you feel like you're doing it because you think you should or because you've been in it for so long and like you should just hang on and it's not in alignment for you anymore, then maybe this is time for you to look at yourself in the mirror and be really, really truthful and honest with yourself. And what do I need to do to let go of? Do I have the courage to release what is not serving me, even if it's scary, even if I don't really know what this means for me, even if this requires me to dive into a vulnerable side of me that I've never seen before, okay? This has been at least a month of tears, I've been very, very silent online pretty much, except for Instagram stories, especially in the last month, because it's been hard to let this go, but it's time. And I'm ready to share it, and I'm ready to move on, and I'm ready to do this with you guys. So that's it for me. I'm gonna look and see if there are any comments. I love you guys. Oh, Andy, hi. Oh, I love you. Thank you. I love you, Andrea. Mwah. I'm grateful for the people like you who push me to become better and push past my comfort zone. Thank you, Susan. And that's exactly what this shit is. This is requiring us to get out of our comfort zone. And trust me, I am out of my comfort zone. This is not comfortable for me to do at all. And like I said, I was going to avoid this, but then I realized I'm not being truthful unless I do this to move forward, even though it's uncomfortable. So here we go. I'm so excited. So many things are coming, and I hope that you'll join me and all the things. So thank you guys. I love you, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.